Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Rowan's Cookies here, and today I'm bringing you guys a brand new video. So a bit of a different video going on right now. Right now I am going to be taking a look at the top 5 most underrated weapons in Call of Duty World War II. This is just my opinion. If you disagree with this, that's totally okay. This is just my opinion for the guns that are completely underrated based on how much you see them and based on their status within the game and how they compare to other guns in the community, at least. So this, keep in mind, this is all my opinion. You can totally have a different opinion with me. This is just my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you do enjoy. If you did enjoy, subscribe if you have not done so already, and let's jump right into number 5. Okay, so coming in at the number 5 spot is the Gear 43, not 93. I apologize for that. Basically, I think this gun is very underrated, mainly because one, you never see it. I don't have the gun, that's why it's locked for me, but I don't have this gun. But you never see this gun, and whenever it compares to other guns such as the M1 Garand or just anything like that, I find that this gun doesn't really stack up, but it is a good gun because, as you can see right under the name, it says most balanced in class, which means that it is just an all-around good weapon. It's not super high in damage and terrible in recoil. It's an all-around great weapon, and that's why I think it is the number 5 spot. I think this is one of the most, if not the second most, underrated AR on this list. Okay, so coming in at the number 4 spot, we have the Sten SMG. The Sten SMG came out with the Winter Siege update, and at first this was the only gun you would see whenever you jump into a match of Carrington. You would only see the Sten, just people running around with that. However, it did quickly die off, and I honestly think this gun is overrated because for the time that I used it, I did really like it. I found it, like it shows in the stats, it has a high fire rate and it does have a decent damage, so it does stack up fairly nice against it. It has quite a bit of range. The range is only a 6 here, but personally when I use it, I think the range should be at least an 8. It is definitely a mid to top tier SMG, and I think it is a super underrated just because it is a DLC gun and it fell off very quickly. So coming at the number 3 spot, we have the M1941 Assault Rifle. This is the very first assault rifle you unlock whenever you start playing the game. And the reason I think that this gun is underrated is because it's kind of like the FG42's little brother. The only thing is this is also, in my opinion, what puts it a little bit above for being underrated is its fire rate. I find this gun does not have too much the gun does not have too much recoil, and it does have a high fire rate, which kind of like, you know, takes care of the missing range and accuracy within it. However, I think if you add a grip onto that definitely does bring its accuracy from a 5 up to at least a 7, which I think is amazing. I think if you don't have the FG42 unlocked, the M1941 is definitely your go-to AR. I really like using it, and since I don't have the FG42 permanently unlocked because I don't really want to waste a permanent unlock token on it, I always run the M1941 until I get up to that FG42, and that is then what I use from there on out. That is my number 3 pick because I feel like it is a good AR, however not the best. It's about a mid-ranged AR. Alright, so coming at the number 2 spot is the Whop 28. This is a mid-tier SMG unless you run the right class setups. It has a super high fire rate, but it also has a high recoil. However, I find if I add grip and extended mags to this gun, it destroys people because with recoil control, the recoil is super easy to control. It's not that big of a difference, and if you have extended mags, that fire rate just works with the extended mags and it just absolutely shreds people. It's really good for running and gunning, and I don't mind the iron sights on it, this is one of the very few SMGs that I can run iron sights with. And this gun's super good at hipfire. If you run around the corner and someone's right there, you can just hipfire them and still laser them because its hipfire spread is not that large. And that is definitely why I think the Whop 28 should be a top tier SMG. So coming at the number 1 spot for the most underrated weapon in Call of Duty World War II, in my opinion, is the P08 pistol. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering why I chose the P08 pistol, and it's for the exact reason that everyone's thinking, why use the P08 when you can use the machine pistol? The machine pistol is a pocket SMG, essentially. However, in my opinion, with the P08, it takes about 2 or 3 shots at the chest to kill them if you run the right things on your P08. And if you can land those 2 shots, you can hit them fairly fast. And there have been multiple times where I have outgunned someone using a machine pistol with the P08. I always run the P08 on my backups whenever I'm playing in tournaments or anything like that. I always run the P08 because I believe it is super underrated, and I do enjoy it because the iron sights are amazing on it. It almost doesn't cut off any lines of sight, which is amazing. One of very few weapons that actually does that, and it can melt people if you do use it correctly. So besides that, that is my number 1 pick for the most underrated gun in Call of Duty World War II. Alright guys, so those are my top 5 picks for the most underrated guns in Call of Duty World War II. If you guys agree with this list, let me know down in the comments down below. If there's anything you think that is more underrated, definitely let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your opinions on this list. Now keep in mind, this is only my opinion for this list. This is not based on facts or statistics or anything like this. This is just my opinion from playing the game and what I think the most underrated guns are. So besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you have not done so already, and I'm out. Peace.